Hey guys, good morning. It's early. It's like 5 a.m. I've been up since around 4:17. What's funny is I woke up around 3:30, do your bathroom run, and then I went back to sleep. And then I woke right back up again like 40 minutes later. I'm laying there and then I'm thinking, okay, Spirit said get up. I'm like, why? Spirit said get your ass up and go deliver some messages. All right, guys, so I'm up. For one, I'm up because I couldn't go back to sleep, so that's that. And I figured I'm going to use my time. And another thing that's weird, too, is I pulled out the Psychic Tarot, this deck, which I haven't used in a while. I probably haven't used it because it was behind other decks. Sometimes you just don't see them, like you don't see the box. But maybe Spirit told me to dig it out. Here we are, it's early. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what do you have for the collective spirit? What is in this deck here? Guys, someone asked me, actually a few people asked me, like, where do I get it from? Like, how do I, because y'all think I'm so good with these cards. I have no idea. And sometimes when y'all ask me that, it makes me cry. So stop asking me that. No, I'm kidding. I don't know where it came from. I just know years ago. Quick story, guys. Me and my one friend, she wanted to go get a reading done, and I was like, I ain't going no damn reading done. This is like years ago. I was like in my 20s. And she said, then go with me. And then I said, well, what do I do? And she said, you just sit there. She said, don't say anything. They'll let you sit there. She said, because you're with me. So I'm like, okay. So I go in with her, and I'm sitting. And then the reader's there, and she goes, because we were in this woman's house, and her whole little, like, it's like we're here, like I'm the reader, and then there we are. This was my person, and then I was sitting over there, like, minding my own business, away from the table, like, a back away. So the reader, she sighed, and then she did it again, and then she goes, I'm having an interference or something like that, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, this shit's crazy, because I didn't believe it anyway, right? So then she looked at me, and then she goes, are you getting a reading? And I said, no. And then she said, you're with your friend? I was like, yeah. And she asked my friend. She goes, I apologize. She said, but she's not going to be able to watch because she's blocking my reading. So then I said, being young and dumb, I said, I'm not blocking your reading. I said, I'm way over here. Like, what are you talking about, lady? That's what I said. And she said, no. She said, baby, she said, you have gifts. She said, you have gifts. She goes, I am not the one to push them upon you or something like that. She said, but you have gifts. And then she said, and I'll leave you with that. But she asked me to leave. So I had to go sit in the car. So that was the first time. Then the second time, same friend, we went to another reader. And I said, I'll do it this time. Same shit happened. This woman told me to get out of her house because she said that I was too powerful and I was blocking her reading or something. So she put me out too. So after that, I was done. I said, I ain't messing with y'all. Y'all crazy asses is what I was thinking. So then finally I go down to the shore, and me and my other friend, we were going to get our bellies done, our belly piercing, and you can get your palm read. And she said, come on, girl, come with me. I was like, all right. I said, I ain't doing that shit. And then I told her what I just told y'all. So I go in there, and it's like a little tent, it's small because it's at the beach. And it was this older woman in there, and she immediately looked at me and she did it. So I just looked, and I said to my friend, I said, I gotta go. I said, apparently, I said, I have gifts. I said, and I block people like that. So I walked away. So then after that, I bought a deck of cards, started playing with the cards, and then me and my one friend who actually follows me today, guys, I'm just gonna talk. This is just a story. I'm not even gonna pull here, apparently. This is my story. So then my one friend that follows me here, she goes, I keep her up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning because she's following my readings. However, she was my first friend with my first little deck, and I would play with her, this and that, and she would call me all the time. And then eventually I threw the deck away. I was like, okay, I'm done. Because we was getting too close with her relationship. Like, stuff was making sense, and then it was scaring me because I wasn't ready for it. Mind you, I was still in my 20s. So then I backed away. As far as I knew, I thought I threw the deck out, right? Fast forward 20 years later, I believe. 20 years later, 15 years later, I move, I buy this house, everything. We unpack, we have movers and everything. So everything was just laid out, done. So about 2 years ago, I'm up in the attic. No. Last year. No. Oh, let me rewind. So then I started going through things with my own relationship, and I wanted to ground my chakras. So my daughter's friend, she did this chakra thing for me first. You know, she put it over my body and everything, and that is what pulled me in. The chakras pulled me back in. So as an adult, a grown woman, I started, working on my chakras, balancing myself because I was having relationship issues, all that stuff. And I wanted answers, and I needed to get myself back. I was sad, I was depressed. I needed to, girl, you better grab yourself, So that's what I started doing. So then the chakra thing leads you to tarot, and it makes you dig. And then you start to dig, and you start to dig, and you start to dig. And then eventually I had 10 decks of tarot here. And my daughter was laughing at me at the time, and my ex-husband was laughing at me at the time. They was like, yo, what are you doing with this? And I was like, I have no idea. And I said, I think I just like buying the decks. So that happened. And then me and my sister were playing on the phone. We always videoing each other. And then I started playing and reading for her. And they was like, girl, you're good. And I'm like, you think so? And then we're just playing around. And my whole family is like souping me up. And I'm like, this is just my family. But then I remember what those women told me like 12 years ago. So then me and my sister, we were sitting on the phone one day because we're always drinking our wine. We have wine time. And she called me. She said, what are you doing? I said, making my own deck. She goes, what are you going to do with it? I said, I'm going to make him talk to me. And I said, I'm going to talk back to him. And I was replaying conversations that me and my husband at the time had, over the years, because you just wanted answers and shit just doesn't make sense. So then after one deck, it was two decks, three, 4, 5, 6. And then I think the decks just started going based off of my mentality and what I needed answers to. So now I'm 20 tarot decks deep and about 9 decks deep of my own. All in shoe boxes, all everywhere. They're laughing at me. My whole family's laughing at me. They're like, yo, what are you doing? I said, I have no idea. I said, I'm done. I said, I'm done buying this stuff. I'm done. So then my daughter and my sister kept saying, you should get on YouTube. And I said, for what? I said, I don't have time for YouTube. So then I said, just do it on YouTube, just do it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't have time. So I was like, just do it. So I was like, all right, guys. So I did it as a joke. I did. I think my first video got like 38 views in an hour, and we laughed. We just kept laughing. So then I did another video, and then I was like, oh my God, I got 18 subscribers. And then it just started growing like crazy to the point where me and my family, my sisters, I have a big family, we're all laughing. Me and my ex-husband, we're all laughing. And I was like, hey. So then they're all telling me something about if you get 1,000 subscribers and you get 4,000 watched hours, then all of a sudden you start getting commercials and people start watching you, and then YouTube is going to help you grow. And I'm like, okay. So it took off. And then when I got to 1,000, it grew. Like it bounced. I've only been on here since June, right? So here I am. So I guess those gifts were in me, guys, and I just didn't know it. I kind of knew it because growing up I could see things. Like I just knew things before they would happen. And I would just laugh it off. Me and my sisters, we always play with numbers. We're really good with the zodiacs. Like, we've always been that way. We believe in spirit animals. We believe in signs. And all of this stuff was way before I got on tarot. And way before me and my friends played along. It's just something we do. We have that energy. And then also, as I pull for you guys, like when I do personal readings, sometimes people, they'll email me and they'll say, well, what do you need? And I'll email them back, and I was like, nothing. It's like, just your name and your situation, kind of, sort of, whatever it is you want to talk about. You ain't got to give me your other person's name. You don't have to give me birth dates. You don't. And I don't know why, because I know some other readers need that. I don't. I pull your energy from the minute you contact me. And when it's time for me to do your reading, I actually put crystals and stuff on your email. I print it out and everything, guys. I meditate over it, and then I go. So that's how I do it. I don't know where it comes from. But there it is. So that is not a reading. That's just my story. So I'm going to stop this and then give you a reading with the Psychic Tarot because Spirit told me to get my ass up. Bye.